NERDSoul.
Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go because we got anime crew in our house and we living up in here because I got the Kunoichi of the year right here. That's right. You think you got her in a headlock, and all you holding on to is a stump of wood. That's right. I give to you Ninja Summer Cosplay.
Good morning, good evening, good night. It's Ninja Summer Cosplay coming to you live from the Con Preparatorium.
The Preparatorium. Okay. What con you prepping
The Preparatorium. I don't know if that's a word or not.
It is now.
It is
now.
We gonna allow that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no holleration or hateration up in here. Then we also have Coop Lover. That's right, Coop of Blurtish. What's up?
I mean, I guess that's better than them last ones, so I'll take it. I mean, if you just got to do this in your soul and your spirit, sure.
I mean, you got Ed Lover and then Coop Lover. You know what I'm saying? So kind of makes sense.
I guess.
LL Coop J. I mean,
nah, hell no. It's just Coop, man. No.
How many sitcoms can this man be in?
What did LL do something wrong too? What he done did?
No, I'm just saying that all these Coop references are somehow related to someone who's in sitcoms.
I also don't like to be called rappers who like to be famous Republicans now. So.
LL's a famous Republican?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one.
Dang, man.
He on that conservative train, so or he may not be famous, but it's there. Look it up, man. Look, I ain't got to look.
Man, I'm telling you, always gotta be bald-headed brothers messing it up, man. Dang.
Why does it gotta be though? Rappers we used to like, Ice Cube. Man. I mean, I love Snoop, man.
Snoop hurt a brother, man. Dang.
I just need Snoop to, I know Snoop like, oh, I respect Trump. Let my boy go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm starting with the foolishness already, folks out there who listening. I don't care. Y'all be all right.
Man, these rappers, man.
I wonder how much money they can pay me to make me switch.
Man, yeah,
I can use all of it.
It'd be some dollar bills up in there.
Anyway, y'all. I'm sorry. Look. People on other parties, feel free to still shop and spend with me. This will be on the Blurtish podcast on several things. Look, I'm sorry, I don't take my name lightly. That's all I got.
Look, it's all good. I understand. I ain't going. I didn't even know. I just thought it was bald headed and trying to steal people's girls.
But to be nice though, can I say this though?
What's up?
If Headsprung come on, I'm still gonna shake my head to it. It all make no sense, but it was banging in college.
Yeah, it was banging. You know what I'm I mean, they say he's something like a phenomenon, but
that's who. He got some hits. He got some hits. He has some late modern hits.
So, all right, I would throw it over to Ninja because Ninja only peeped one joint this week, so I'm gonna throw it to her before because I don't want to spoil it with nothing else. But she saw, she saw that My Hero, y'all. Ninja. Well, actually, before I go to you, Ninja, I'm a set this off. This is the thing that bothered me, or that I noticed this week in My Hero Academia.
Oh Lord,
mm-hmm.
Here y'all
go. I don't know who in Japan was trying to give my boy Deku the Rachel Dolezal, but nah, leave that haircut alone. Don't never put that back on him no more. I know
that's not the first time he done rocked.
I know, but don't put it on him no more. He's past that. All right, he off that narcotic now. He got the black whip and stuff.
He's not.
Now.
I mean, he got fried. I mean,
he's straight soloing the muscle dude now. He passed that.
Electricity still burn your hair, and also comedy effect. I mean, he was that was training, man. Come on.
Man, I saw him, man. I was like, hold on. I was like, they give him the Rachel Dolezal?
The Rachel you. What's with the offensives today?
Man, don't front like Rachel Dolezal didn't have that same hairstyle.
I'll be honest, Deku did it better.
I mean, at least Deku went for the 4C pattern. He tried to
snap. Shouts to Deku, he had the tight coils.
If Deku had a little trim with it,
he went all the kinky curly.
It would have been a little bit better. Rachel, where the hell she slapped that That shrub on.
Man,
she got that shrubbery.
She had some people fooled. I ain't gonna front. When I saw the picture of her, I was like, you know what? I see how people got fooled, but she ain't fooled me. I was like, I saw the picture of her, I was like, oh, all right. I see. See, y'all thought she was like y'all real light-skinned cousin. Nah.
Let me take a moment to interject this, since we side folks.
Nothing like some shenanigans real quick.
Do not blame this on Louisiana, all right? Just because we have some light-skinned people. Dub, do not blame Rachel Dolezal and her lies and try to blame it on us. It's like y'all burn y'all catfish and be like, oh, it's Cajun. Oh, it's Creole. No, it sucks.
It's just burnt.
Saying, I ain't
blackened is different.
I'm just saying, no, I'm saying the people who be like, who can't tell.
Light skin, I'm dark.
Oh God! Now we on goofy time today.
Hey, in Lesbian Parish, I am dark.
What? I'll shut up.
In Acadiana Parish, I'm pretty brown.
I'm gonna shut up.
I mean, compared to the Icelandic brethren.
Hey, that in Acadiana Parish, they got a lot of Icelandic Negroes. That's what I'm saying.
Oh boy, I'm out of here. All right, Ninja.
You asked for it, Mike.
break it down for us. How you feeling about My Hero this week?
So I knew some of the stuff that was going to happen, just the spoilers of how far ahead the manga was from the anime. Right. So I knew who the spy was already, and all that, But I don't I really like how they told his side of it, in the sense they're like, he did wrong, so we still gotta he still gotta atone to his crime some type of way. Deku hit that whole power is friendship, take my hand, and it's like he's in handcuffs. He can't take your hand. He
but I got love for Deku for doing that, because Deku was like, look, as long as there's breath in your body, you can redeem yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I get it in this
Kachan, so you down with us.
I get it in this sense literally only because clearly, as Deku clocked, he was conflicted about the whole thing. What I don't like is in anime is when the people are evil and are bad, and they're like, nah, we're gonna try to have them atone now because it's anime and they're gonna be a good guy now. I hate that.
Because I'm Naruto and everybody's gonna be my friend.
But in this case, he's actually not evil. He was literally conflicted about the whole thing. And Deku even clocks it. There are certain times when you actually were acting to your own, beyond what
you were trying to protect your parents.
So this is one of the few cases where I was like, I get it. Yeah, I get why he's like, man, but at the same time, he still did wrong.
Can I just say, agree with you on something, Ninja? And I'm gonna agree with the. I hate to say, I'm gonna have to agree with the cop on this. He arrests and he's still under investigation. He probably gonna do some time, y'all. His parents, if he don't do it, his parents will definitely do it. They conspired against this whole.
3 of them conspired against
the whole country and the world. And they got people killed.
I mean, it's treason.
Yeah,
people died for this. So.
Treason, and he is he's accomplished to murder. So yeah, I'm sorry.
My theory. Oh, go ahead.
Puff gave an apology, but I don't know how good that's gonna work.
Man.
Say we ain't got a little therapy, all that.
I don't think people trying to hear that. See, it'd be different if it was said back at the time, but. Basically, you wasn't gonna say nothing about this if we ain't never knew. So, I don't know how much I can.
Throw him under the jail and then just blow up the jail. Moving on.
Bruh, don't even get me started, bruh. Look. Anyway, I was half right with my theory, because when the whole school thing happened, I guess season 2, when they were out training in the forest or whatever, and they got attacked, I was like, there's no way this isn't an inside job. But I was in my mind blaming one of the teachers, so I was right but wrong. It was an inside job.
You were right,
but it wasn't a teacher.
We just didn't know the source.
I wish there was several episodes ago when we talked about this, maybe about a year or 2 ago, and I had mentioned that there was a mole. I want to know what my guess was at the time, because I don't remember what it was. I remember saying it was someone you didn't expect, or someone who's a tertiary person. But I think I did say it was the student. But I had to go. Like I had to go clock myself. But I want to say I said it was a student.
See, I want to take this time to say that I knew that probably about the time Ben knew of this. I ain't say nothing. So you always be like, I'm the spoiled kid. I been do this. I ain't say nothing.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you.
Yeah. But to be
honest, even a
honest,
broken clock is right twice a day.
Oh well, all right. But to be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck though. I didn't think they was gonna come back to the bold story. I just thought it was gonna deviate and be in the book. So I was like, is this even gonna happen? Because it's been a minute. But I keep forgetting. Like I tell Mike, this is only 1 year in college in their school system.
In season
so.
Season 6. We started 1 year ago. I was like, brother, what?
This is one school term.
I was like 6 seasons. Like I don't know, like 10 hours of TV is.
I'm just saying. So technically, he's enrolled. What's his name? One for all
plus
did
the
all
movies,
this.
Bruh. Like, y'all get out of here.
They did this all. This is all in the span of a year.
Yeah, this is the longest school year.
Man,
so
look, they be going to school for real out there, boy.
A year round, man.
But I like that we got past the mole, and we brought up the Invisible Girl because I be forgetting about her sometimes. Yo, like I said
want to
before,
say that was my guess as to who the mole was.
I think you did.
Yeah, that was your guess.
Something like that.
That was your guess.
You was close. You was close.
And I remember saying something to the extent like she needs to be like nothing but counterintelligence. Like that girl need to be like Mystique because like you can pretty much be just about anywhere without nobody knowing where you is. So like you need to be doing all the like the deep cover, undercover, sneaking, hearing secrets and bringing it back. Like that should be her whole job. You don't even need to train with us. What you need to do is go sneak in, look what they doing on the computer or something, and bring it back and tell us what they said. Like that's because you invisible, man. Like that should be your whole job.
To the anime's version of this whole storyline of her and getting a glimpse of what she actually looks like, I am so grateful and thankful that they heard what the fans said when they did the manga and they didn't hyper sexualize this girl. I'm glad that I'm glad that they kind of like will reflect, silhouette naturally and will zoom in on her face so we can see her emotion. And she jumped in so quickly. She was mad too. I like that they made it more about the emotion of it than more so about the physicality of it. So
that was one of those
appreciate
things.
them on that.
That was
well in the book. I guess in the book it's very.
It's
they have a whole cover.
Just say it's typical.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a whole
typical.
Cover.
Okay.
So
Understood.
it's like without even going deep into it.
When I was watching it, and this isn't about getting to her to undress. It's about like. It's basically about being sneaky. But I was like, girl, if you don't take them gloves off, they're gonna see you.
And apparently,
like, if you're just chilling, you're like, hey, there's some floating gloves over there. Like, who else could it be?
And the way the anime did it, I think it's not that. I don't think she's like naked, like the manga kind of insinuated. But I think it's like a suit. It's like a suit that reflects, and the gloves are just kind of like accessories or something.
You're like, girl, take them gloves off for somebody to see you.
I think she do when she do it, because that was always the joke. But what was the joke is the reason why they created her so they wouldn't be one less person to draw or something like that, and it just draw the gloves and draw the shoes or something as a joke, running gag.
Yeah, because I was like, if you don't take them gloves off for somebody, look over and be like, hey, yo, there's some gloves floating over there. Apparently, it's the Invisible Girl. Like, anyway, like I ain't gonna front. If I had an Invisible Girl on my squad, I ain't gonna front. I would be on some Batman protocol stuff. I'd be like, look. You need to look into all these kids' families, make sure ain't nothing crazy. Be like, look, and bring me back all their weaknesses and stuff. They'd be like, man, you wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna be wrong until one of these kids go crazy.
But let's be honest, like, you know what's gonna happen. A Wolverine gonna pop up that can sniff her. That can sniff out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
So I mean, you can't really
one character that could like has hyper
or
smell
someone that senses heart rate, or something of that nature. There's plenty of different
super hearing,
or her body heat, or something. The list goes on and on.
Yeah, it's gonna be one person who's like, damn.
I'll pull a Jean Grey and just be like, I do everything.
Like, I feel another mind.
God damn it.
I like this episode because we saw that All For One does have his hooks in like he got cops, he got other villains, he got heroes working for him fresh out of jail, he got people like threatening their parents. Like All For One is not playing no games, man. Like he's
he
dotted all his I's and crossed
running
all
the
his T's.
full bad guy gamut.
I appreciate him saying, "I got multiple paths, partner. I got many ways to trick you and deceive you
I got
and
people
destroy
everywhere.
you. Like, look at my map. Look at how my mind works. You nothing. It's like the difference between me and you. Look at these branching paths. You just want to like see your father. I want to kill him. It's like,
yeah, he's like, I got all these possibilities on how to get here, and like you just thinking about one little thing. He's like, man, I be playing chess.
I am happy though that Dobby really wants to go kill Endeavor. I'm ready for him to go burn him up.
Oh,
get out there,
shout out to my young G, working the fire and the ice. Shouts out to Icy Hot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I know that's not his real name, but that's his name.
Icy Hot.
He almost there. He said he was almost there.
I mean,
like, I'm reaching it. He was like, I'm there.
Yo, he was in the chamber. You know what I'm saying?
Dobby ain't gonna be able to get hot enough.
Yeah, he getting on him, man. I appreciate him doing that.
And I appreciate the training too. You know, I love that training. I like them training against each other, learning each other's like strengths and weaknesses, because that'll help them play off of each other against
Mike. I will say this is some dope training, because like you just said, you nothing trains you better if you go a hero that fights to fight somebody who can counteract you, or you need to do the situation that stress tests you. Does Deku with the fire, with the afro.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see them fighting together and like use unique ways to kind of like bounce off of one another to take down a villain. Because since they've worked with each other so much, they should, it's kind of like when you play on a team pretty much. Like say if we were playing XYZ sport, sooner or later I would know, okay, Coop likes to go left. He likes to, he likes to be on the baseline right here. So for the most part, if we're on a fast break, I don't even have to worry, because I know how he likes to cut. I know, how somebody likes to play the wing or something like that. And I'm so used to it when we're up against XYZ villain. I know, the sticky ball kid, he going, take out the feet or something so they can't move or something. Like I know what they're going to do. So I like this. I like this training. It's nice.
It really used to be that way, man.
To be honest,
hoop.
Yeah.
Whenever I hoop with people I knew, whenever I hoop with Mike T, I know if I get him on the block, he gonna throw about 6 pump fakes and then shoot the J, little soft J, like
6 pump fakes,
MJ. 6 pump fakes.
When I used to try to run out on the court, I'm like, look, if I could, like Magic Johnson was my guy. Like I ain't, I wasn't the best scorer, but if I know you gonna run to the baseline and hit that corner 3, I'm giving it to you. And,
look, y'all,
put it in their face.
I've never seen Coop hoop, but I have seen Coop shoot. That mother shoot like his name, dead shot, like he slayed Wilson.
It's about the win, not about the ego. Learn something, Caitlin Clark. Anyway,
I don't know about all that, but I know that mother Coop can shoot.
But speaking,
I call him Coop, King Cooper the shooter.
But they are pretty good at teamwork, because that's one thing that I love about the second movie. But now they are, prepping. They're in the preparatorium. They're in that preparatorium stage. I don't know. There's so many ways to use it.
They getting ready, man. It's
gonna be dope. It's gonna be. I mean, look at that own training teamwork they learned against that giant. Well, the whole class had to deal with that.
Yeah. So and the rock guy, he got man. I'm proud of these kids.
That boy said, "Man, punch me in the gut."
So I'm proud of these kids.
I have to give a small shout out because I'm in the minority. A small shout out to my boy Mineta, in the sense that one of his fall offs is that like he straight up bleeds from the head to scalp if he pops off too many. He is at the point now where he is idly popping them off while he's sitting there talking on the bench just to make sure that he can have more capacity. And I'm like, look at him, little scaredy cat.
He doing what he gotta do.
He up here grinding.
He getting there. He getting there.
Still grinding.
I am happy that they actually showed that what's her name can actually melt his sticky balls. So it's like, those two are kind of, even though they're like a direct opposition, if you go against Mineta and what's her name, I guess Mina. Alien Queen Mina, but if he gets you trapped, that just makes it easy for her. Even though she has mobility with her slime and whatever, that can be painful. Like if they were villains,
wouldn't that I don't know what it's made of, but wouldn't that be like extremely hot wax, like
man, that's acid
on you?
She can
that's straight up acid.
Like, but mixing with his hairball thingies or whatever.
I mean, it just stops you to get a good hit of acid on you. Like you can't move, and she gets full blast of acid on you. That's simple.
That could be that could be a crazy team up.
And like, and what and like, what if he just like can say, all right, she can pinpoint it, stop some, and then release some of y'all, then take out who exactly she need to. So, I mean, I know they might be looking at it too deep, but it's just a simple fact that he can stop you, she can drastically burn you. I was like, oh.
You got your boy Kachan getting nice. I give him his props. Like the new suit. Love the all black.
I like the new suit.
You know what I'm saying? All black.
It's not necessarily new. That was his winter suit. He's just wearing it when it's warmer. But he explained why. He has to. It helps his combustion.
Shout out to
keep in mind, his combustion comes from the glycerin and his sweat and all that.
But chilling out just a little bit more on the attitude. I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
Growing up.
So I'm ready. You know me. Of course, I'm ready to see Toto.
Change boys to men.
It's good to see these kids growing up. It's been like 8 years, but it's been 1 year. So I mean, I guess we're going to let that ride. But I'll go ahead and move it on because I know we got other stuff to hit. But before we get into stuff Ninja ain't seen, we got to throw it to Ninja because we want to talk about Go Loser Rangers.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Come on, Ninja. Go. I mean, before you bounce, you got to give us the theme song.
Me.
Oh.
Yeah. Go Loser Rangers. Dun 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 dun. Go Loser Rangers. Dun 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 dun. Go Loser Rangers.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Second level.
I gotta have some variety. That was the spoken word version.
Oh, that was that. Let's go on the snap for that.
Air claps.
Go Loser Rangers. But this week, you know what? I'm gonna throw it to Dub. Dub, what's your favorite part about this?
Oh no, you got to throw it to Coop because I think Coop, you caught the newest episode, today episode.
Well, it's always Sunday.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday.
I missed it, but run it.
It's nothing to really spoil. Basically, as we left off with, the homie Duster D, Fighter D.
That's right.
Fake Hibiki, Hibiki, or however you say it, Sakura or whatever. Basically they're now training. They're now taking exams. So they start off to explain it. Blue, for some reason, he don't have scars when he's out of costume. I don't know how that worked, but he's basically they're like kind of doing the proctor test. So this is kind of like their, Naruto, exams. Chunin exams.
The Chunin exams.
So, but just a little bit different.
Rock Lee,
but they actually do focus on teamwork. Like, apparently, I guess if you lose, you can keep coming back. That's like the old cadet. But guess who makes a return? The crazy panda face dude. Oh, and he's still busted up. Like, they basically had the junior cadets who already passed the exam were to play the fighters / monsters, and they're to try to take you out in this underground parking lot simulation while you fighting and doing everything. And all bets off. You can't hurt your fellow whatever, blah blah blah.
Because they was real hurting them.
So you can your goal is to kind of survive. He's still unhinged, but he is actually pretty damn strong still. Because if you don't catch him off guard, he's just like, y'all child's play. I'm gonna have fun messing with y'all. I'm getting bored. Yada yada yada. They using the little lightsabers and the guns, the Power Rangers guns. D just shows you how smart he is. He realized, and he literally says,
strategy, man, gotta get that strategy sometimes.
He's getting a little bit stronger, not for no reason other than probably plot, because you can't have him bust open. but he's like, I can't take a direct hit. So the dude, he was paired up with the white haired dude who don't like him, but the dude actually, I guess he's not a bad person. He's just like, I gotta do this for a particular reason, and he says a line that kind of like, yeah, something I gotta eventually get
something
stronger
about a monster.
So you could see where, like, okay, so he's not a bad guy. He's just an idiot. He overestimates his power. What's his name? The third-rate red cadet or junior wore him out, and it was ridiculous.
It was not.
It was nasty. It was almost like Ghetto beat that old man. Nasty when he was.
Nah. Nothing is that.
I mean, that was malicious.
Man, he sent that man to see his pet.
I mean, he didn't kill him like Ghetto Kid destroyed him, man, but it was getting nasty.
Old man, like it won't know tomorrow.
But I love that D. Now this is how good D is if impersonate people. The nice artist lady cadet is like, draw this real quick, and she gave her quick sketches. He picked it up like that, so he is that dude when it comes to shape shifting manipulation, and he played them against each other. And I like where this is going.
That was very smart and very cool.
Like D power up just might be his mind. That might be it. I'm down with it. How do you get out of these situations? It is getting a little tight. Like one day he's gonna have to get it. I do like
he's gonna have to get stronger somehow, because he's gonna have to take a direct hit sooner or later. Even on accident, he'll probably like they're sparring or something.
Because he can't even beat the dude he mollywop directly without getting him off base. And if Sakura is making, fake Sakura Hibiki is making these waves and being a little bit more nastier, all he's gonna do is pick up more attention to himself, because Hibiki may not have that personality, but maybe they're like, all right,
someone's gonna be like, yo, why is Hibiki so different now?
I mean, he's like, they're in a competition, gonna be like, you want to win. Then they're gonna be like, oh, you full of it, you wasn't as nice of a guy. Something's gonna happen. Like, this ain't gonna probably go as straightforward as they are trying to make it, but I think we're gonna get through this. But like I said, for as I take from it, I think it's foreshadowing. And I know y'all like to call me the spoil king, but as y'all know, posters and intros matter for a reason in Japan, because they pretty much let you know. I think the people that he listed as like, oh, they're not that important, I think those are going to become his comrades to take over. Or not take over, but to unwittingly help him, even if they know he's a monster or not. But we see, all right, this is the division a little bit here. Like, the ones who might be the good characters right now, unless there's a switch in a turn, but it would probably be the most honorable ones, the older one, the artist girl, and
the artist girl. I'm surprised they didn't put the little pink color on her cheeks when he was talking about her drawings. I was surprised on that one.
I mean, I'm shocked because she might be like, oh, Hibiki, because apparently Hibiki is like, but I think she just like that. Oh wow, somebody actually appreciates my talent, and she got good talent. So I can see where in one setting they can eventually become to be kind of his comrades, and I think he's picking up more human emotion, and he's seeing like this isn't like there's no real black and white to this. Even though I'm a monster, I say these things. It's just getting more and more gray for him, because he doesn't necessarily want to kill people right away until he get his objective. Then we'll see if he changes or not. But I think he's changing to be, as he go, maybe a better person until he has to do that thing, kill somebody. Somebody's gonna get got eventually. I hate to say it. I think one of his comrades. I think it's gonna be nicer now until it isn't. I think one of them gonna get killed down the line. Just because why not? Because this show is kind of nutty. It's like I'm not going to say one way, but I do think it will go that way. I can't wait to see more of the other challenges. I hope he find a way to take out the panda face for good. But I love how he egged him on, like, look at your
this
injuries.
whole event has. I mean, they tried to run Suzukiri over with a van.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, I thought this was y'all supposed to be like, what if you kill somebody? Is it just alright?
Yes. Clearly. The answer is you die.
Like these cats, man, they are not.
Who you gonna complain to?
They do not care about the preservation of human life, man.
No. And everybody,
whatever.
They're like, there's
They
enough
buy
humans,
whatever.
it'll be alright.
and everybody who's made it have a screw loose, and they're willing to show you how screwy they are. So yeah, it's like it permeates down, man. Like, everybody's in on the BS. It's like, we might have to kill a few people. And what did they say? Remember when they opened up, when D was like, hey man, we might have to save save some human life. That's what we should do. And what to do? The pretty boy is like,
don't worry about that.
it's faster just to kill the monsters. Don't worry about them. Take this out, show pose, shine for the camera. So it's like, okay, they gonna be. We see the divisions here, but it could be, if they really want to go crazy, maybe they have a heel turn for one of the good guys. You never know. One of them might die. Who's to say? In Loser Ranger.
I mean, because you got the monster saying that we need to save human lives. You don't got he's the one that's like, yo man, don't we need to save these people? They was like, don't worry about all that.
So, and then you fail. You didn't do good because you didn't do it fast enough. Don't worry about the life. So, yeah, usually if you got hero training and you don't save the civilians, like shout out to Sky High, if that old Disney movie. I actually like that part.
Oh snap!
Where I love that. I always mad that they missed the opportunity not to like go forth with that, but I know that was in a weird time. But I love that the dude who was supposed to be the villain, who everybody thought he was evil, he was good at like save civilian. They figure out to use his powers to say that civilian and the two work together. Because if you do want to be a hero, you cannot have civilians laying around not doing it. Whereas in My Hero, that was you got bonus points. They took it seriously. All Might, them like, hey, figure this out.
That clearly lets you know that these people are not heroes.
They do not give a damn.
They let you know straight up, this isn't about heroes. This is about them just looking cool on Sunday.
Yeah, man, this ain't about your kill count. Even like in Kaiju No.8, how they be like, man, don't worry about the kill count. Like, we know some of y'all gonna get, have to have a good kill count. But what's the point of this if we don't save people?
Mm-hmm.
So, so the Rangers, hopefully that the good people rise to the top and survive, but it don't look too hot.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't promising.
It's looking more like they're gonna have to be taken out.
Look like
Fighter D gonna have to get it up there, get his toughness up for him to be able to fight with him.
But I got one more prediction. One more thing. I think Yellow Cadet Susukiri just popped up because I think she already know that's Fighter D, and she wanted to like, hey, let me holler at you for a minute. Yeah, she's always on that BS. She's always on joke time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she knows that's not the real Hibiki.
Cause she didn't even swing a weapon, do nothing. She just dodged it. I don't know how she dodged it, but she dodged the whole truck. She's like, all right. And then she disappeared. Yeah, she dodged it, disappeared, and then the green one popped up. But I do like how they describe more of the different colors and what they exactly do.
Yeah, because that was nice to know, and I guess it also furthers this idea that these I guess factions or crews, there ain't no real, I guess, camaraderie with any of them. No. It's kind of like we work together, but we ain't gotta be super down with each other.
Yeah, like we have no need to be down because we are basically like
They all independent contractors working together to be able to maintain control of what they have.
It's kind of like me and Mark as government employees. We're like, he's under a division and they got subdivisions on there. Each subdivision have its own thing, and you kind of just operate until some idiot that gets elected messes with stuff. But that's neither here nor there, but it is very here in our lives. It's very here in our lives. But so that's just kind of like how it is. It's like, yeah, we are under one umbrella, but stay away from us. We'll holler at you when we need you. Or
don't call us, or we'll call you.
But I'm pretty sure the Red Division feel like they can go any which way because they're the monster killers.
Yeah, they're the main ones. So That's dope. I'm glad that we all kind of, well, I mean, once Dub said we'll get his thoughts next week, but we're both kind of on board. Like, this episode was a decent episode. We answered some more questions. I think we answered more questions than were asked, and that's a good thing.
Yes, less questions was asked this week. Just you got more bits of information of how this works, and I think that's what we're gonna stay for about maybe another episode or two. I think we ain't gonna go to traditional, climb up the ladder. I think we're gonna get a weird curveball in the midst of this that D gonna have to deal with. But who knows? Maybe they might go traditional, wrap up the season, and then we get the big end of the season curveball. But I do think he's gonna get good where he's not I don't think he's gonna get found out till next season. Or maybe they end with this end of this season where somebody else reveal that they know. But it's gonna be one other person that knows.
I think we're gonna get another item before the season is out.
Maybe he'll get an item that'll keep him from breaking apart, at least, because he needs before he needs a power up. He needs to be solidified, because that's his main, like you said, his main concern is I cannot take a hit. Oh my god, what am I doing? But he somehow comes out and figures it out, man.
Man, shouts out to Dusty D. But I'm gonna move right on, because Dusty D doing this thing. But this is yet another sad time, man. Another sad time. Hoban was looking good, but now Hoban looking bad again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Looking bad. How you
Yo, his boy getting beat up. All right, look. All right, Hoban just chilling. All right, he just got a win.
Yeah,
he chilling. But now they dealing with a brand new dude that's beating up people just for fun. And his boy getting beat up. That's why I said he looking bad. It's sad, man. He don't know how to take this guy.
That's how this is going to go for a minute, Mike. This is how it's going to go.
Hoban looking like, I ain't never fought no taekwondo fighter before.
Especially a nutbag who just want to kick, I love the explanation of Tae Young. He's like, nah, he don't really want what he asked. He just wants you to have despair and watch you get your friend get beat up.
And then shout out to the person, there was when they were talking about taekwondo, they were like, oh, taekwondo, that's whack. I'm like, no. I mean, all right, there's a difference. The taekwondo that you see in your basic, strip mall these days is not. Originally, taekwondo was used on the battlefield. So it ain't no soft stuff. Do not be messing around with, I'm telling you. And them dudes can kick fast. Them dudes and them Muay Thai dudes, they can kick fast. That foot will be up beside your face before you know it.
They explained it a little bit, or they're going to explain more it's two different types of taekwondo. The pretty match type, and then there's the combat type, the ITF. So it's
they're kind of point matches is not the same as street stuff.
And don't get it twisted. The dude he's doing the match stuff. The dude who's originally fighting now. You can figure it out. He's on the cover for a reason, so I'm not gonna go there and spoil anything. But he's not even using his full potential right now. But
bruh,
man,
it's not pretty, man.
But
he's just whooping people up for nothing. Oh man, he's a menace. Hoban ain't ready right now.
He is not. He is totally not. In fact, I'm so far ahead of the story. I want to talk about it, but I'm not going to go too far.
See, that's what you get for reading ahead of the class.
Hey, man.
That's what you get.
Hey man, shout out
Coop,
to Black
one of the people
Mastodon.
that you be in chapter 3, Coop be in chapter 7, trying to teach the class.
Oh man, look.
Coop beat him, forgot what done happened because he's so far ahead.
He be like, oh yeah, that did happen. My bad.
I'm just saying that Tae Young is a very important character. He's a very dope character, and when we get to his whole backstory, it's not going to happen right now if they get to it. But if you want to read his story or watch Black Mastodon, his story is he got one of them sad stories. It's sad but good. But shout out to his dad though. He got a great dad.
Shouts out to dads out there doing their thing.
His dad is cold. You want to talk about Taekwondo masters, bruh? I'm reading Manager Kim. his dad is one of the characters in Manager Kim because they both serve together.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, Manager Kim, bruh. Like they may be up there or might have. I think they surpassed Get Schooled as far as the violence category. It don't take.
Yeesh.
It is basically Korean Taken, but way cooler. Like vastly more violent, faster. And bruh, they even do a lot of shots, but they are shooting. Like don't get like this ain't just hands to hand. Manager Kim, you don't want to see him. Not at all. That dude got nothing but angry looks and veins popping out his head. He's basically Commando Taken, all of the above.
Not Commando and
he ain't got the super strength, but he is kind of strong. But his partners are all excellent killers and kind of strong at what they do. Bro, they like the A-Team, Taken, Commando combined all in one. And he might be the worst of them. Though the best of the best.
Wow. Something about this episode that made me laugh. All right, so they're looking for an editor. They get the editor, or she comes in, she's like interviewing, they think she's an old dude, but it's a regular girl. When my boy goes on his daydream,
Snapper,
I'm coming home from work.
She touched his hair, he was like, sent him to a Nirvana.
Bruh, homie was coming home from work with the slick back. Had the slick back hair.
The sticky dude.
He was like, I saw these flowers and I had visions of your face. I was like, dang. I mean,
she touched his hand and he time traveled. He was in the future looking at that girl with them come hither eyes.
Man, look, I'm telling y'all, ladies, look, that tender touch on the hand, it's subtle. But I mean, sometimes subtlety is powerful, man. Like, look, y'all ain't got to do all the things that they be telling y'all got to do on that social. Sometimes it's just touching that hand with that tender touch. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's crazy is that I don't know how much they're gonna stress it, but there's a reason she learned, I guess, to speak. She's Korean, but I think she was born in America, and they moved back over here, so she learned to speak from her dad, who's an older guy, and she hasn't really learned to speak like a normal teenage girl. So that's kind of the joke why she talks like that. That is
hilarious. She speaks like a middle-aged man.
Yeah, because this is
everybody's like, "Shut up, old dude."
But then she turns, and in the book they really express how good-looking she is. Like more so even in the thing, like they play it up like they're like, "Who is this?" It was like, "Oh, it's me, the old man." It's like Jesus. But
also the whole part about Hoban with the drawers out, and she was talking about his butt cheeks and the pubic hair. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
He was like, "Look, you're hired. Close that up."
Yo, that was funny, man. This episode had me laughing a couple times. So, I mean, but that was all before the sadness of the devil came through.
Shout out to Snapper though. He was like. And he be getting home. He was like, "Oh yeah, we're live now. Hey, he wants to be our editor." He's like, "What?" He's
like, "Oh, sorry. I'm here." But I like this episode a lot. This episode came through for me. I was like,
Snap is definitely a punk, but he's getting better. He's getting more and more redeemable, even though he's a punk.
He's a useful idiot. He's very useful. See, Mike, I feel like you really would like the show because it's YouTubers. They're editing. They're talking about creativity while training to beat somebody. This is you, man. This is all you.
This is all you. Like, yep. I ain't gonna front. This is a good episode. I was feeling bad on the episode before last because I was like, man, he had to get naked and like, you know what I'm saying. His girl right there, they beating him up. Then the episode,
yeah, that hurt my feelings, man.
I feel like he didn't give Paco all he needed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, I'm telling you.
There's one part of me that's like, all right, if you're fighting someone and they're down, then let them be down. But Paco, he deserve a little more. I'm just saying, I know he got a 2-piece of the biscuit, but I feel like he need a family meal.
Again, in Punch Out, you know when you used to play like one character, then they pop up later. And you really you get your skills up and they a little harder, but then you gotta serve them even harder. It's gonna happen.
All right, word.
Paco.
Because I was like, man, I really wanted, he deserved it. All right, that man has been a menace throughout that school. All right,
but in Paco case,
Coop has enlightened me as to like Paco's fate. What makes like trust me, like I'm hanging around for this beatdown because Paco doesn't get better. He gets a little bit worse, and then he gets his due.
The best way I could compare it, when you play a beat 'em up. In fact, they did this. Shout out to X-Men. I played X-Men through at the arcade. They used to do that cheap thing in the 90s where. Now, when you play it, like they had that boss run, the bosses can hurt you, but their energy level ain't as high, or it'll be kind of stupid. But it's still cheap. It's still very cheap. Paco, unfortunately, don't come with a bunch of bosses. He has way less energy, and hoping is like on, I don't know, got max 3 level energy or something, and all the skills. And he comes across Hobbit again, playing around the wrong way.
Hoban is trained up.
And he comes around.
It's the difference between fighting somebody who ain't never had no training and fighting somebody who has been training intensely. So
again, he comes apart as in like say not the last arc, but one of the most intense arcs leading to the kind of the end of all of this. Way down the line, Paco come with that foolishness, thinking he on the winning team. You know what I'm saying? He think he coming there talking that, and you Patrick Beverly, my friend. You a scrub that gets sat down completely. So I'm just saying, Paco is, for all intents and purposes, Paco no longer is a threat, but he will be made an example out of again.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. I was like, I felt like he needed a whole, not even a family meal. He needed a whole catered dinner.
So for all intents and purposes, we ain't gotta bring up Paco stripping that man again. He beyond that.
Alright, well, my man. Well, I mean, it was just 2 episodes ago, so it's fresh for me. But you know what I'm saying? Alright, he grew up a little bit.
He gonna get his lick back.
Word out. It's just that now we got, we ain't even get. He need to be back in the gym, man. He need to be back in the gym, and now you got this new dude. They calling him the devil. I mean, come on, man. It's like, dang. He need at least a little bit. He need to watch some more episodes, some more of the Chicken Man. All right.
I mean, it's coming. Man. You gotta be patient. Come on now. Now you should get this one. The Chicken Man gonna pop up right when it's gonna be like his get out of jail card. He's gonna already have the knowledge, and then he gonna whip it out, and then Chicken Man gonna pop up. How do you win a fight? You can't. I don't know why he does that every time. But if you do this is how you beat this. So like that's gonna be the running gag with the Chicken Man. He's gonna tell you can't, but then he gonna tell you absolutely how to do it. So that's just how it works.
Shouts out to the Chicken Man. You know what I'm saying? Chicken Man, he be coming through. Yeah, but but this was a good episode, so I'm down with it. We've had actually the next show I want to talk about. We've had some good episodes this week, but I did want to swing over to the the JDSF, JDRSF or whatever
I think those are just the artillery dudes. Them dudes on the ground who had to get out the way.
Well, look, Kaiju number 8. Man, look, all right.
Man,
this is up your alley, bro.
This episode, man, look, because there's a part of me. I don't watch a lot of procedurals, but there's a small part of me that loves CSI. All right, and man. my man broke it down. My man, look, Kafka, look. This is what makes Kafka great, because Kafka's like, look, I'm gonna find a way to be useful. If it's not through door A, cool, I'll go through door B. If it's not door B, I'll go through door C. All I need to do is find a way so I can contribute. I don't need the limelight. I'ma just do what needs to be done. And that's why I like that guy. He ain't out there trying to get, he ain't all in the videos dancing.
I mean, he was dancing and then he got whapped to the back at first.
All right, well, he was kind of dancing a little bit.
Get your butt out, your 1% out the way.
That was funny.
Didn't they make him do like 100 push-ups or something?
Well, that was last episode when he spoke out of turn to Mina, because he can't be calling her by her first name.
He was
bro,
like,
it was so
Nina,
funny. He was like,
your side, girl.
He was like, yo, I feel the suit giving me power. I'm getting stronger.
No.
And then the Kaiju slapped the mess out of him. And they were like, yo, you still at 1%. Go sit down.
Like, don't get killed out here. Like,
he was like, charge. And then he like nicely climbed down the wall.
Like, bruh, Shinomiya had like get out the way, bruh. But we do like that what they followed back up with the 1%. Like, wow, even with this 1% in this suit, I can easily do what I do and cut these things open and find these weak spots. So, man, like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, what I say,
it's kind of like a spotter for a sniper, because now he done relayed all that information out to the team, and he's like, all right, y'all need to shoot right here. This is where the core is, and be careful because they can respawn and stuff. Like, yo, man, this dude, honestly, like we said in the military, he would be more like in the military intelligence side or something like that, sitting behind a computer instead of being out there in the field, because like,
he's kind of useless in the field, you know, as just Kafka until he transforms. But his knowledge and information, intelligent gathering is crucial. And I love that, you know, how, like you said, bro, the person who is writing this clearly got a handle on procedurals, military stuff, and you know that the vice captain, like, look, man, hey, bro, I know I'm low key investigating you, but at the same time, that's some cold work. Thank you for being the adult on the team. Yeah, because we need this.
Everybody else is just like, I got 10 kills. I've got 10 kills.
Like, we really need to keep each other alive if you can, because we are up against it. It's like, yeah, me and, you know, Mina might be cool, but I don't really want to. What good is it if only y'all die? You know what I'm saying? You know, so that information.
Mina can't take all of these things.
Well, Mina also, you know, well, this ain't no secret, but basically, think about her style and look at Vice Captain.
Yeah.
She's long range. Her power comes from that long range gun. She says she's not a great up front combatant. She cannot do what he does up close. He cannot do what she do long range. They complement each other. So they like, you know, if you run a point, you know, and if Jason Kidd couldn't shoot, he got to have, you know, he was kicking it out to Dirk Nowitzki. So, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know, he can rebound. He gonna get steals, do all the interior work, make it easier for her. I mean, of course, she just gonna bomb. She can bomb something. Yo. Like, you know, so she do the heavy work to, like, say, crack it open, but she's not necessarily gonna get on the field to kill the Hanju or the smaller one. She can, but she's not like him where he can, like, all right, time for me to go hand in hand with the crabman. And he's like, look, man, I don't know why I can't get all my power out long range, but I'm like 92% with these hands. So, you know what I'm saying? Like 92%.
Homie's sword might as well have been a scalpel up in that joint, because he barely, it looked like he barely took his sword out the sheath. It was,
I mean, he did the whole
hot knife, meat butter.
He did the whole samurai joke, the anime joke thing. It was like, just did that, cheated, and blew it away.
Shouts out to what is it, Zatoichi, the blind samurai, when they back in the days when they did that trick with the candles.
So yeah, that's what he's doing, and like how he says, like, hey, and one thing I do like about this episode, I was reading this and watching this, we find out a little bit of the history of the world. Kaiju have been around forever.
Yeah,
because he said our people have been doing this since like the 1600s, 1700s, killing kaiju, and it was more
kaiju back is then. Just kind of like a part of life.
Yeah, so that's bizarre.
So it's
kaiju
not like a
life.
Yeah, so it's not like a part of. It's not like a, say, Godzilla, where everything was kind of cool for a minute, and then all of a sudden, like, these monsters came out of nowhere.
It's not like Solo Leveling, where like so much happened in 10 years, and the whole economy changed, and we got new levels of crookedness. You know,
like they like, yo, kaiju always been here, so we always had to do something to like get rid of them. So that from the part with Reno, and I can't remember his partner. I'll look it up later, but his partner, Shinomiya, who might have a little crush on your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, might have she wants an older, swarthier gentleman, I guess.
don't know how to respond to that because it feels like she got the little blushes going, but
Yeah,
maybe
she be doing the blushes all the time.
But at the same time, how old is she? And she's 32. I don't know. Not that it's illegal.
Well, I thought they were all. I mean, they're all in the military, ain't they? All adults?
Not they. Some are some are teenagers, like 18, 19, something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't want to.
Japan be playing with. They be like, "Hey, you're 16, going in, get in the military." You be like,
I don't want to.
Hey, if she 18, that's a big jump for Japan.
Yeah,
celebrate.
Because usually Japan would be like, "Hey, you're 10 years old. Going in. Here's a gun."
Yeah. If you're 13, oh God, you're gonna be a general if you cold. But I do like. I think that she just admire him. I'm gonna go with that. That she just admire him for his tenacity to want to be a hero. Because they did make that joke where he's like, "Do you want to confess something to me?" And she's like, "Shut up." She's like, when she said it. So I think they get the joke.
Her heart rate started going up. I was like, "Oh snap, hold up!" I was like, "Hey, look, I mean, there's couples out there, you know, where the mom is older, the dad is older. I mean, you know, it works.
It happens.
It works for people.
I
mean, you never know.
At this point, I ain't worried about that. For me.
Well, I mean, I'm not worried about it either. I'm just like this is like the second or third episode where they done put the blush up for us. So I'm
just saying for me, I'm gonna take it as she just admire him. I don't know about the love part or the like. I don't know. I ain't seeing it. I just ain't seeing it.
Oh, also, look, to all y'all older agents or soldiers or whatever, stop hating on the rookies. All right, y'all like, oh, I can't believe the rookies are so good this year. What you thought? You thought they was gonna be sucking? You thought they was gonna be whack? You thought they was gonna be nothing but a whole bunch of punks? Nah, they came through. They've been doing their study.
I do like a couple of things. I do laugh at a couple of things that you mentioned. It. I love the faceless goons who just got their gas mask on. They don't even get to show their face. And they all skinny. They're like, we got more stamina than you. We can't release the power that y'all got, but we so used to it. Haha. It's like, no, they just tired. This their first time out, and they had to save y'all. And Shinobi like, look, all right, scrub, all right, you the drill sergeant, huh? Watch me save you and watch this power I unleash, and I'll blow this thing away. Man. And she blew the thing away. She like,
with the freeze rounds. I'm like, oh, okay, so y'all got I'm like, cause
yeah, that was cool.
So yeah,
I also love my military sci-fi, which is what this is. So I mean, it's like, you know, and I'm down with this.
That's why I said the cast in this show is very strong. They play off on each other well. Mm-hmm. Even though we don't speak Japanese, I just think they're knocking it out the park. How it sounds like they're right by each other.
I watched the English version, so that's the one I watch.
So
I don't even mess with the Japanese version. I'll be like, where my vocals at?
Once I start with a version, I keep with it. So I like crazy Japanese Kafka.
I think I might have heard his. I think I might have heard his voice once. Maybe.
I'm alright with the sub so far. So far, so good.
I like to go with it, man. I'm one way, man. Sometimes I'm fluid. Sometimes I'm just not.
Well, once Gamma said that they were dropping the English at the same time, I was like, cool. I don't need to wait. I can just watch it straight up with English.
We don't have that proprietary service. We have to get it how we get it.
Well, see, I'm not for this anime for all the anime this season. I haven't been on the proprietary service, my brother.
Well, I haven't got the dub ain't come with it.
I've been out there on the seas.
All right, John Lafitte.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're gonna try to call me Jacques Cousteau Jr. All right?
Hey now.
Mike gonna have his poster, and he gonna slap it away.
You know how we feel about piracy.
We love it.
We love the high seas.
So I just go on the high seas about once a week, and then now I come on back. You know what I'm saying? I come on back to port. About once or twice a week. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But other people be on high seas all the time. I just go, about once a week, just going out there.
The Rum Barrel Pirates, the Rum Barrel Bills, or something. I don't know. The Camp Visioneers. Shout out to you, Camp.
The Rum Barrel.
But yeah, man, the reveal of how serious this is getting with the dude at the end, because you got Reno and his teammate. and they come up on Kaiju No.8.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey man, this is, of course, this is a dangerous area. You can't be here." And he like, Dad, now I'm gonna have to kill y'all. Well, I mean, he ain't say, but I mean, that was the look on his
absolutely.
face.
He's like, I'm gonna try to kill y'all, and his face is pulsating. He's disgusting.
Yeah.
Then he's talking about all the reproductive things I put in it. They done broke it apart. It's like,
looked like he had reproductive things going off in his face. I was like, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah,
so
like
the only thing I can think is next episode.
It's about to
your boy Kafka might have to hulk up.
It's about to get really dark. Yeah, it's going to get serious.
I genuinely like characters like this, kind of like the Hulk, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, werewolf, stuff like that, where it's like I'm a regular dude, but every now and then I gotta be like and then what I'm saying, I gotta power up.
When you say that, shout out to what's his? I think I sent you his stuff for Commando. Devin Clark, the comedian. I love the one he did for Evil Banner, Good Banner, and the Hulk. Swinger Hulk. Knocking down wall.
That was hilarious.
The Hulk came up and the Banner went down. The Hulk came
hilarious.
out.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
He hits me he gets me. I never know when the Little Giant it's coming, but when it comes, it just cracks me up.
I've never heard of it until you sent me that video of Commando.
Oh,
he talks about Commando a few times where it's like, this movie is so crazy, you have to see it. I can't even tell you how crazy it is. You have to see it yourself.
And the funny thing is, he'll take characters, like he does a lot of Knight Rider for some reason, but I guess Knight Rider is really easy to make these videos and funny with the old videos. But he also does a few things with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he does Arnold Schwarzenegger where he don't say words. He just noises. That's it. He's
Poor
like
Arnold, man. Poor Arnold.
He's like, I can't understand you. I learned. Hey, Arnold was ridiculous. Like, of course you can't kill nobody like that.
Arnold picked up a whole telephone booth with a man in it. No, okay. Arnold went to get in the car. This is why you got to watch Commando, because I'm going to try to explain this back. All right, you know how cars have seats in them. You sit in it so you can drive. He ripped the seat out the car, he was just like, I don't need it. It wasn't hard for him. It wasn't like, and he just ripped it. No, he didn't press the release latch or nothing. He just ripped it out of there.
Yeah, he didn't even have to use like his full body leverage momentum. He just like, it's like
ripped it out and just kept going.
He pulled it and it popped off.
Man,
it was ridiculous.
And I think he can. It feel like he could do it in real life at the time, because he was really.
Boy, he's full of them roids. That's what you're trying to say. Yeah, he was full of them steroids.
Full of them roids. It don't shock me
juice, man.
It don't shock me he can do that if he wanted to do that to that car. He absolutely would have tossed Sully. This is my weak sauce, Sully. Go, young people, anybody, especially if you were born after the 80s and 90s and you never watched Commando, do yourself a favor. Watch Commando. I know everybody knows about
Commando and watch Action Jackson. Action Jackson.
Action Jackson is a classic. I watched it. I watched that about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but just
I never changed the channel when it come on, man. That's how good a movie. Man, Carl Weathers was a slept-on treasure.
Man,
Rest in peace, Carl
on the
Weathers.
real.
The story behind why it didn't get a sequel. WB, I hate you. I'll just say that. Y'all been.
Bro, it was such a good movie. Y'all, how do you like your ribs?
WB has been on some BS for a long time, and that's all I'm gonna say. Back to Kaiju 8, because WB gonna make me turn into Arnold and toss them in a
pretty
phone
much Kaiju 8, Straight Fire. I'm gonna move it on, but I can't wait till next week because I'm ready to see the Hulk up. I'm ready for a Hulk up.
All I can say is it's gonna be good, bro. It's gonna be the story. You know how you wanted your answers answered in Go Loser Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiju No.8. It is so far straight. It don't wait on answering questions. Everything that makes logical sense for action that happens, you get it answered in the next episode and the next time. But since it really does hit the beat of a procedural to some degree, And my last little thing I'm gonna say about it, shout out to the dude who writing this, shout out to the artist. And the book is really, really dope. But they really do good on the anime too. Whoever's I think it's Production IG. I love the weapons designs. You know what it reminded me of? It made me think of the stoicness of Gundam, but a little bit, but without space. Like that's where I feel this at. Like you got your heroes, your main person, but in Gundam, even in the Gundam series we just watched with the witch from Mars, Mercury, you still relied on your cast. Like you can't get this done on your own until you got to get it done on your own. But your team got to lift you there to get there. So you know, because this is a real all hands on deck situation type of lifestyle.
Man, all right. Well, I'm gonna flip it to over to Demon Slayer. It was a little smoother this week.
Yeah.
But we got some a very what I think is a very big pick. Let me know what y'all think about this. Getting the I guess the powerful medical minds together from the demon side and the human side. That's a big pick, man. That's a big pickup. For me, that's a huge pickup.
Mega pickup. I haven't read now. This is why I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Well, I was gonna go in another direction, but on this point, she did not seem happy about it. And if she is talking about who I think she's talking about, I mean, it's cool that the lady, what's her name, the lady demon, her official title is she's like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and I want to do this because I want to get rid of Muzan. I don't think the butterfly Hashira is with it, because the cliffhanger pretty much seems like the lady demon was the one who killed her sister, which got her into being a demon slayer, which I don't know how that's gonna go.
I didn't see that like that. So all right, cool,
really?
Okay.
Did you not see
didn't either.
Them stress veins on her head? Like, hey.
Yeah, I saw the stress veins, but I didn't know it was specifically about her. So I didn't see the whole Lady Tamayo thing play out like that.
I'm just saying, I thought that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but the fact is, this girl never really show emotion. She's pretty much a blank slate. Like, she's one of those that I've seen some things, and the death of my sister is what got me like this. And she was like, I can't hide it no more. She's like, I'm gonna tell you how to kill this demon. So why would she be telling her junior that if she don't maybe want revenge? Because they do, they're pretty good at hiding their emotions, and it's pretty much assumed like, hey, I won't be training with y'all. I got another project to do. I might need to kill her for revenge. Maybe I get what I need to get out of her, and I kill her. Because this is disgusting to me. Like, the demon who killed my sister, what made me have to come up with these things and this torture, this suffering. Oh yeah, I've been waiting on her. Like, like, cause she don't never. She even during the spider art, she ain't never been vexed, stressed, or whatever. And for her, and usually for like for a character who's pretty not emotional, the only time she show emotional is with Giru, because that's kind of like her homie. Like, hey, why ain't you coming with us? And I'm so glad they explained the Giru. Bruh, this show is cooking on such a good level, bruh. The Giru, first of all, y'all, like, for y'all who Mark knows this.
Giyu-san. He's like, he's gonna keep calling me my name. My name. He's like, yep.
I'm glad that we're able to discuss the human condition here. And it's like, okay, this fits. This isn't something super overly complex. This man has been in mourning. And it's like, Saba, other than say the Flame Hashira, I be messing up names, of course.
Rengoku.
Sabato, so if that's how I'm saying it, it was kind of like him in that way. He was so good, even though he died to that one pathetic demon. But then to find out he's the reason that Giro was able to go so far, and he sacrificed himself, and he saved everybody during what I call Hell Night, even though their final election, because they wrong for that. But it's like, you gonna get it. So for him to be such a good hero, to literally be Hashira good on Hell Knight to save all them people and to save basically a future Hashira is like I have so much more respect for Sabato now, and the fact that he came back as a ghost to train.
Yeah, like yo, that kind of makes them. That sort of makes to a certain degree Tanjiro and Giyu kind of like, you know, like Kung Fu brothers, or like, well, maybe not Kung Fu, but you know, like Demon Slayer brothers, because
I mean, he pretty much sold them.
They had two of the same masters at one point in time. So they have a close bond.
They had the Water Hashira as they first master, because he sent them all three of them to the final examination. So they had the first major master, and I don't know if Sabato was a ghost when he was talking to him, but I don't know if that was Ghost Sabato or whatever, or just whatever.
Because I think he was a ghost when he was talking to Tanjiro. Yeah,
he was definitely a ghost when he was talking to Tanjiro. Or, you know, and I'm glad his spirit was able to pass on eventually.
Yep.
So that's one thing that made me love Tanjiro from the beginning. Like, his first person he saved was Sabato, and he deserved to be able to pass on, because now we see why he deserved it. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, that touched me. I like, this is beautiful.
They did a great job of like linking those two moments, and linking even like I guess the knowledge and the journey to Giyu. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's like Tomayo over and over and over, like kind of like his big brother, but in a way, training wise, he kind of is his big brother. And he was his introduction into this whole world. But I also see why he's kind of down on himself. That's why I love that Kamado, alright, is the kind of friend that won't let you get down. He like, look, you my boy, I ain't gonna let you be down. Like, I want to be sad. You ain't gonna be sad. Well, I want to be sad. I ain't gonna let you be sad. Here, you eat some of these rice balls. All right, you want to eat some noodles? All right,
I won't even say
bring some food and some good vibes, and don't let them get down on themselves.
I mean, I think the not get down for me was more just comedy, but the fact that he was able to connect, like, hey man, don't you want to pass on what your boy entrusted you with? And that hit perfectly, because that's what the first lesson he learned from Sabato. Like, hey, like, yo, man.
Sabato was wise way back.
Sabato was like, look, this is hard, but you gonna have to cut through this boulder. And that's like, if you can't cut this, quit, or you will die. Like, that's where we at. Your spirit must be able to cut this boulder. And it's like, you see that little spirit, next thing you know, he had his sword so sharp, he could cut through that big boulder. And it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I know all of them had to go through some wild training, but for just to see that with Sabato getting good, but now we understand him more, that he didn't even feel that he was worthy to be a Hashira. I mean, it's like kind of crazy, but I guess technically, you didn't pass, but bruh, come on. Like, you a Hashira out here. Like,
I mean, it depends on what passing is, because in my opinion, I'm like, well, did the rules say that you had to kill a demon to pass?
No, you had to survive.
Understood it, you had to survive, which you did.
But he felt like, I only survived. He, like, the first guy I met broke my eye, like, but your boy saved you. But you
still standing.
You know
what I'm saying? You get hit, you got up. You know what I'm saying? You still here.
And I love that, like, Tanjiro,
on the third day he rose with all power in it. No.
Yeah, that Tanjiro has yet another method, another goal to subscribe. Like, dang, Sabato really was that dude. It's like, I couldn't save everybody on that mountain, and this man saved everybody on that mountain except for himself. And it's just, even though I wish he would have took care of that whack demon, but shout out to Tanjiro. He got to be the hero, so you got to have the point somewhere. But I just hope if there is a heaven for them in this world, if they ever get to see it, I need to see Rengoku and Sabato one more time.
Man, look, they're going to just kind of heartfelt, Force Ghost kind of look at them or something. Come on, man.
Those two got to come. Just if they come back and just say, "Hey," and then leave, And I guess whoever else may die, because I'm sure somebody else is going to die. It just ain't no way around nobody not dying in the show.
The thing is, this show gives us, we get deaths, but we get earned deaths. So
I
it's
think
a situation where even though they passed, we know enough of them. We've gotten an emotional connection to them, and it makes sense of how they passed.
That's why it just makes Rengoku's death, man, it's tearful, but it's so uplifting. Like, he was so commanding with he was like, oh nah, I'm going to be a shining example for what you need to do. Is like, because I have given my all. But just to see all these characters as, unfortunately, as children soldiers, and you see Giro as this cold, dour, like, I don't show emotion guy, but you see him as a child just suffering. Just like, oh man, it's like you see why one would want to bottle up those feelings and become this type of adult. Whereas, unfortunately, the butterfly samurai is about to go in the other direction for a minute. I don't know how they gonna spin that off, or if that just goes
I don't know how that's gonna go, because I don't read any of this stuff ahead, so I don't know. But maybe it'll be a time. Maybe it'll be a time where Lady Tamayo kind of like offers herself up, being like, you know what, look. I was living that life, and my life is yours now. Do what you will with it. Who knows? I don't know how to play. But with the master where he's at, until they're done with their work, they need her, or at least he wants her there, because the master, I guess he probably about to die probably by the end of the season.
Maybe
dude can't even get out of bed. He could barely hold somebody's hand.
Maybe the Stone Hashira, as the preacher man, will come in and talk to him. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Because they gonna need somebody.
I can't wait to see him act, because dude, all he got is hands, so he nice. Like, he nice because he don't even got no weapon.
It's bad when you say all he got is hands, and yet we know those hands are quite sufficient.
Oh, what did they say? But his training throw your humanity away.
Right.
Oh man.
Like, what? I'm so ripped up and swole, but I still can't handle his strength training. I'm just dead.
All of these like Demon Slayers got abs and everything. They like mad.
I'm laughing at their bodies floating up river, like they are getting pummeled. They are not doing
especially
well.
with the Wind Hashira, because he like, I don't even care about training y'all. I just want to step my game up.
Like, y'all just there for cannon fodder. Like, that's it, man. I love this show, man. This
show is awesome.
This has been an embarrassment of riches of spring. Like, and I mean,
as I told Coop, Demon Slayer was my entry anime, because it's what Coop really put me on. He's like,
good
nah,
one to start with, man.
You gotta watch this one. Like, you play around with these others. You watching the episode or two. He's like, nah, you need to get into the lab and sit down and watch this. And when I did, I was like, oh my God, Coop, it's so good. Oh my God, bro, thank you so much.
I told you, bro. I said, once you get to the Spider Family arc, I said, this for me, and I was binging it until I caught up to the end of it, because I was like, Demon Slayer. I'm hearing Demon Slayer. I was like, okay, let me do this. Like, oh my God, like, this is good. But then I was like, oh Lord, this is great. I was like,
I think what was it? I'm trying to remember how I got onto Demon Slayer. I can't remember if like one of you guys told me or if it came up recommended. But because I watch supernatural action and stuff like that all the time anyway. So I don't know how it got recommended to me, but man, when I saw it, I was like, okay, cool. The first couple episodes, I was like, all right, let's see where this is going. The young guy, all right, what we got. And once they started training, I was like, word, we here, because I'm about to see him level up.
It's always the training for Mike.
Yo, man, because you saw him get ripped. He got ripped up.
Y'all, see, for me, it wasn't the training, y'all. It's a good country boy who was trying to do right by his family, has to see that suffering, and you wonder, where does this boy who does not deserve this, and his sister is a demon, and he's not going to abandon her, where does this story go? And to see all the payoff has been great so far, man. And that's
the whole thing with Nezuko and wanting to change her back, and then Nezuko still retaining at least some of her memory of who she is and stuff. It's touching.
Just for Tanjiro to actually admit, when if y'all have watched the movie, the Mugen Train movie, he said, and he today in the episode this week, he said, I felt that. I felt survivor's remorse. I felt guilty for surviving. Like, how many of your protagonists says stuff like this, y'all? Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not, putting down no other anime. I'm just saying that this is dealing with a certain type of emotion that maybe if you have lost somebody, or if you understand what it's kind of pulling from, or the allegories, maybe even some of it might be religious, maybe some of it may be spirituality. It's touching, minus all the action and all that.
I love how the newer shonen is breaking away from the older shonen's tropes. Like even stuff like Demon Slayer or My Hero breaks away from tropes. I mean, of course they still keep certain things, but it's the newer shonen stuff is not afraid to either get deeper, whether it's emotionally or whether it's politically or something like that. Even stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen, where they're not scared to be like, all right, cool, guess what? I know you like this character and they real dope, but guess what? They're gone now. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Y'all thought they had plot armor? No, they didn't. So I like that these newer shonen are breaking away from at least some of the conventions, and kind of expanding what they can be. Because Demon Slayer is very tight with its emotional storytelling in a very good way. Like in one episode, we got the whole backstory of Tamayo and Sabito, and kind of what they went through, and the kind of, I guess, remorse he feels, and then of course tying that along with Kamado and all that. They're doing some good work, like for real. This show, even though I don't want to say this because I don't want to have to, but this show is worth waiting for. But please don't make me wait too long. But this show is worth waiting for.
I mean, you gonna get it every year. Just what time of the year you gonna get it? And yeah, they already said it ain't gonna do quite an Attack on Titan, but they not gonna make it go by fast. I'll just say that. That's kind of already been mentioned. So enjoy, get your popcorn, settle in, and enjoy the next 3 years at least that we're getting. At least 3.
So I'm gonna throw it. Well, you know what? We about to wrap up because we've been here for a minute, but I want to throw it to Dub first, and then you can put some thoughts on it as well because Dub wasn't there. But we did end up seeing the finale of X-Men. X-Men 97 ended, and I did, since Dub wasn't able to roll through, I wanted to hear Dub's thoughts. Dub, do you have any thoughts on the finale? Saying the floor is yours. How you feeling about it?
X-Men 97, marvelous. It ended wonderfully. It ended in a way that we're eager for the next season, and I'm glad Bo DeMayo already wrote on that one, so we should expect the same or similar levels of excellence with it. And that's all well and good. They have already greenlit season 2 and 3. They say they are searching for another writer for season 3. I think Bo DeMayo should put a shirt on and he need to come back for season 3.
I don't even know. They're not telling us what he did.
I think it's
I saw his IG. He don't have a shirt on that nary picture.
I don't think it's just that. I don't think it's just that. I think they say he was difficult to work with. Now, it might be vague.
I heard that he had that mark like with other writers.
Yeah, so and then he a brother. Regardless, he a brother of a certain lifestyle, and he don't wear a shirt. And he flexing on people. I don't know. It might have hurt some people's feelings. So who's to say?
Man, look, I just want to know what he did. If it's the shirt thing, then cool. Can he like remove his IG or like refresh it with nothing but shirt pics or something from now on? Like,
What did that song say? Not gonna be able to do
a
it.
hot first season, and then the second season, it's very clear that he's not here.
What that song is, not gonna be able to do it. That boy ain't changing. He say deal with it. I ain't gonna say no more. I'm out that topic. But
But yeah, this show has been just excellent. There's a couple of things that you could like nitpick about, but all in all, I got the same vibes of like the best parts of X-Men throughout, my life loving and watching X-Men and stuff. So yeah, this show came through.
It felt good.
It
felt right.
It felt very good.
The way the characters were written, the dialogue was a little cheesy at times, but it was good cheese. But it felt good.
Purposely, on purpose cheese.
Felt good the whole time. I like not disappointed at all. Looking forward to season 2. During this span, it was definitely my favorite thing I was watching, and we got a lot of stuff that we've been watching. So it's my favorite thing of the things that we've been watching. It's pretty marvelous, man.
Word up. Oh, speaking of the X-Men stuff, we do have a show coming this weekend that we'll have for next week. We'll have Superman back. So Superman will be coming back. I've been watching the first season again, going to get caught up with that nice and good. You know what I'm saying? Be ready, because I got that working well up on my system. So Superman returns. No, I'm just playing. Superman will return. Oh man, that's another show that I think is awesome as far as American superheroes or U.S. superheroes. I guess you could say general comic book superheroes, because I know people make a huge distinction between manga and comics, and I know like the format is different, but to me comics is comics. So sometimes I just say comics as a colloquial term for books that have pages with panels with drawings. So I could say a graphic novel is a comic, I could say a manga is a comic, I could say a comic book proper is a comic, I could say even the strips with Calvin and Hobbes is a comic. So that's sometimes I just use it as a colloquial term.
You just broke some guys from 4chan, some super weebs, and some old school comic book writers' heads have exploded.
How dare he? Doth he not know? No.
The weebs on one side, and then you got the DC Marvel dudes who still making these the only comics can be flop. Comics must be floppies, guys.
Comics don't have to be floppies, y'all. Like comics, it's just pages with panels with drawings. They can be hardbound. They can be perfect bound. Shoot, it can be in a note in a Trapper Keeper.
It's called webtoons.
It doesn't have to be a floppy.
It can be it's called webtoons, and they now adapted their stuff well before the books. Look, they turned them into animations before they even turned into books. Think about that for a second. Also, shout out to Captain Underpants. We have the books in my 9 to 5. It is hardbound book that lasts, and they sell like crazy. Shout out to the Whippy Kid. How many movies he got? Shout out to Dogman. Shout out to soon the Investigators. They all from the same guy and
shout out
company.
to Captain Underpants. It's a good movie.
Look,
I like the animation style of it too. Captain Underpants is alright with me.
Percy Jackson started out as a novel. They converted it to a graphic novel.
So yeah, man. Look, it doesn't have to be a floppy to be a comic book. It's just this is just a vehicle to tell your story. So whether it's webtoons, whether it's YouTube, whether it's you printed it at your mama house and folded it yourself, it's just a vehicle to tell stories. It doesn't matter if the book is big or if the book is small. You know what I mean? Of course, people have like an industry standard of what they generally like, but if the story is good, the story is good.
All I'm saying, I say this as a distribution person who do it for himself, and I don't even try to be like stunned like that. I say this as a person who also check out library books. If you can turn your look, if you can make a floppy, if you can make a book too. If you can make a good solid pamphlet that
if you
can
can
last,
if you can make a good Jet magazine,
bruh, do it. I promise you, do it.
yeah, get
Look
yourself
into
a good Jet magazine.
all methods. Don't be listening to them people who be like, oh, the big two, blah blah blah. They go big two you into obscurity.
Yeah, don't look. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing or what the big two is doing because they have so many more resources than you, and they also have
one more note on
maybe
that.
not unlimited cash, but they have the ability to fail.
Guess what?
They,
big two,
right, their cash allows them to be able to fail up.
And here's the thing. You know the friends that tell you one thing, but they're doing everything else that they told you not to do? Guess what the big two can do? Make hardbound children books. They're on webtoons. You can find the Bat Family on webtoons. They make digest books. They make big encyclopedia 5-minute books, all type of all reading level type of books, novels, different that. They make every single book there is, their characters are in them. You do not just have to do floppies, folks.
Yeah. Like
I promise you.
You don't have to do that. But I'm gonna throw it over to Dub. Dub, final thoughts and where can they find you?
Y'all, anime has been so good. I'm screaming, it's a fine time to be alive.
That's right.
And I feel that way. Y'all, it's so much good stuff to go look at. I'm gonna catch up on Go Loser Ranger, but Demon Slayer is slaying demons. God, there's so much. Yeah, just go watch it all, man. Everything that we say we watching, go watch this stuff.
At least one of these shows you'll dig.
Viral hit, man. Get on it. It feels so good. It feels so good. If you've ever had somebody try to step to you incorrectly and then learn they ain't got the right weaponry, Viral hit is gonna feel good.
Word up.
I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44 on the X Twitter, and I'm Mark Wallace in real life. Fine. I'm out here.
All right. And Coop, what's up?
And I'll say this: if you can't make time for every show every week, Viral Hit is absolutely one. Put it on your binge list. I understand why it might be a little slow every week. Like I say, have read ahead for other methods. It's worth it. If you don't do it week to week, put it on your list. Try it out if you can. And see if you want to root for Hobbin' You. I will say also, not much on Delicious and Dungeon. It was kind of a little more comedy. Again, they got a new party member. They have a cat beast woman. The jokes were hilarious. I don't know if I should explain one on this because it is trigger and it is actually aimed at adults. Let's just say the crazy person Lyos, he has a thing for beast knowledge and anatomy, and they did a joke. I knew was coming, but I didn't see how it was gonna come. But Lyos is absolutely a good hero or a good leader, but he is a nutbag. Seriously. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just respect Mike's show. But it was funny how they do that. That's the only one I listen to in dub because I get it simultaneously through Netflix. It's not instead of my pirate methods, but I love it. So I am watching this one in dub. I highly recommend it. Nothing that stood out great. I mean, it was a great episode. They did fight an ice golem, so there's still the ever-present danger there. But it's just gonna be a lot going on. So it's like, I don't know. I think it got like maybe 6 episodes left for this 2-core/1 season that they went ahead and went with. But I think that show is probably doing well. Blood of Zeus season 2 drop. It come in very heavy. You think X-Men is dramatic. Blood of Zeus, they show you how the Greeks got down first. But it is done by the Castlevania people. It's gonna be bloody. It's not necessarily for the kids. So watch those rating folks. Hades is going to be the big bad of this, as they revealed at the end of last season. It's the Hades, and I like how they showing it so far. You know, they got shout out to the Lower Olympus fans. They be like, "Oh, Hades and Persephone, oh, they sweet." Nah, this ain't them. This Hades and Persephone don't like nobody, and they gonna prove it. So if you know, I mean, you know how Hades is, and you know Persephone, and all the stories are gonna be crazy. But you know, nobody don't like Zeus, even though his name is in the title. But it's about the blood of Zeus, his son, who got to deal with all this BS that has been lapped upon him, as all the demigods have to do. If you grew up watching those movies and know how this works, it ain't gonna work easy, but it's gonna be good. I can't. I done watched 1 or 2 episodes. As I knock out more, I don't know if we'll discuss it on any of this or we'll do a separate one for that. But yeah, that's what I've added to my rotation. Gotta add Superman to the rotation. But as far as stuff coming up for me, June 1st, I will be at Art Night at the new Green Rabbit Tavern, off of Constitution. If you're in Baton Rouge, I'll be one of 25 hand-selected vendors. Shout out to you, Brill, for inviting me to open that, be like the grand opening for that. So she decided to bring her signature event, Art Night, to her friend's bar. I appreciate being one of those people. That means the world to me. Fortunately, I won't be at Animated Night for Radio Bar. I will actually be going out of town with my lovely wife, and we're going to actually pass through the Southern Nerds new con first year out there on the coast. I might actually wind up being on the X-Men 97 panel. Shout out Red Top if you listen. He's a fellow podcaster, cosplayer. He's friends with Gamma. Good all around dude. He's gonna be talking about representation. In fact, he has popped up on me and Mike's social media and YouTube before. He did a panel before at Fan Expo last year. So you can find him on the channel throughout stuff, and I've talked to him. He's out there on the Gulf Coast, so that's right in his hometown area. So you may see some footage of me discussing X-Men and Doctor Who. I don't know nothing about Doctor Who, but guess what? Doctor Who's played by a black man, and we're gonna talk about the representation of that. And we're gonna talk about all type of representation on that. So keep watch. You may see some of that. But also June 22nd, also in Mississippi, in Jackson. I'll be back in Jackson for the big event of my season, Mississippi Comic Con. That one, just in general, bro, they got the whole cast of Has Been Hotel, a show that's not necessarily for me because I'm not musicals and other weird stuff about it. It's just like whatever, but it has a big fan base. They got Keith David there, man. I'm gonna see Sting again. Sting is gonna be at the event that I'm going to. Sting alone brings people. So, we firmly in con season, folks. From anime to wrestling to animated musicals about weird creatures that like to dress up while doing musicals, and anime characters. We eating good, man. There's something for everybody in these weird fandoms. You know, life is too short to hang around bitter nerds, blurs who mad about something. Look, sometimes I'm that guy. Not really. I ain't that mad about stuff because I got plenty that I like. You know,
not really though.
I really ain't. Like, you know, I might get more angry at the business of like video game stuff. That's about as angry as I get because people get laid off. But just like if you don't like a fandom, man, try out a new fandom. I don't care about Star Wars, but I'll try out something else. You know, hey, look, I like my military stuff. I'm getting it through Kaiju No.8. Look, anime is giving me all my genres and other stuff, and I can't wait for The Boys. I can't wait for Superman.
Because I'm assuming this is probably the last season of Boys. Maybe one more.
I think they got 2 more.
Because they really can't go no further. I mean, unless they about to start hitting us with fillers like Naruto.
You'll be surprised. 2 seasons at least. I think they already said it's like 2 to 3 seasons left total.
Oh boy. Well,
that don't mean they're gonna be long seasons. They just gonna be like, 6 pop in, death, murder, disgusting, pop out. And then you got Gen V on the flip side. I can't wait for Gen V to return. So I'm Keith Cooper. Find me on Facebook, blurred.ish on IG. I'm gonna start back using Threads because I heard that maybe more people might find you now. So find me on Threads. I don't use that other thing with the guy who makes terrible trucks. But also the Blurtish page, and soon I've been saying this for the past month. Hopefully, Black IT will have the new Blurtish URL. It should be blurtish-ish.net. We just waiting for some things, I guess, but that will be where the URL is going, and soon where all the podcasts will be. But in the meantime, check out my link tree, find me on various platforms, and we have a merch sale going right now. So get you some merch for all those fandoms and stuff, and buy some books as well too.
What can I? You know what? I know what I'll say. Everyone, you need to find something that you enjoy on these screens. I ain't saying get lost in it and let it take over your life, but there's something that you can enjoy from one of these shows that we've mentioned today. But before I get out of here, I'm going to just say NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And of course, thank you for coming. God bless. Good night. Peace.